It is 1 a.m. right now, and I don't care because what you're seeing right now on this screen is happening. Kawhi Leonard has agreed to sign with the Los Angeles Clippers, and he is bringing Paul George with him. Jerry West has just pulled off another amazing trade, and the Clippers are all of a sudden at the top of the Western Conference. Like that. So, even though it is 1 a.m., Woj just dropped one of the biggest bombs ever in free agency, and Kawhi Leonard is bringing Paul George with him to Clipper Nation. The Staples Center is going to have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George versus LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and talk about a rivalry. This is going to be fantastic. So, start off right now with what the Clippers have just done. Let's just start off with Kawhi. They bring in Kawhi Leonard, who just won Finals MVP, just won the championship in Toronto, and they just slide him right in. There you go. It's perfect. So you have one of the best players in the NBA immediately, one of the best defensive players, and probably one of the best two-way players in the NBA also, probably the best. You just bring him right in. This is what you've been planning all along, to bring in Kawhi Leonard. That is done. Check. Not only did you do that, though, you brought in another great two-way player in Paul George. So now your wing positions are set. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George on the wing. You got Patrick Beverley at the point guard, which is already perfect. 3-and-D point guard. That's already set. You need now just a stretch four who can also rebound and play defense. And at center, you can throw a Montrezl Harrell, or you can go get another center. The Clippers are set. So, obviously, they are the big winners from this move. And what we thought with the Brooklyn Nets, that they won free agency on July 30 or June 30th, the Clippers just took that from them. Boom. The Clippers have all of a sudden won the offseason, just like that. With now Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant going to Brooklyn, KD's going to be out next season. So they're not going to be ready to compete for a championship just yet. The Clippers, they brought in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Both healthy, both ready for next season. Boom, they're already a contender. Clippers are going to be at the top of the West like that. First off, give credit to Jerry West. Please don't overlook what Jerry West has just done, because his idea was to bring in Kawhi Leonard, but Kawhi was waiting on a second star to come with him. So he was looking at the Lakers because they already have the star power. He's looking at the Raptors because they just won the championship there. Now it's with the Clippers, you have to go get another star. All the stars are gone in free agency. So what does Jerry West do? He goes out and gets Paul George, who requests a trade from OKC, and boom, you got two of the best players, two-way players in the NBA together, both who average 25 plus points per game, both who played the defensive end fantastically. This is amazing what the Clippers have just done. So, biggest losers from this. One is OKC. It's not like they're, a drastic loser, but they did lose because the Westbrook and Paul George era is gone now. They're done. So they had 2 seasons of it. One exceptional season last year with Paul George as an MVP candidate, but now that is over. But in this deal, the Clippers are trading 5 first-round picks. 1 is protected, 4 unprotected, 2 pick swaps. So OKC has the right to pick swap. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, their young point guard who looks really good, and Danilo Gallinari to make the contracts work out. So OKC has already gotten more picks back than what the Pelicans got back in the Anthony Davis trade. So now, if you look at OKC, they're in the all of a sudden rebuilding stage now, because Paul George asked to be traded from OKC once Kawhi Leonard started recruiting him. So they made a very terrible situation into 7 overall first-round picks and a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Danilo Gallinari, who you can trade for more stuff. And they're probably hitting the reset button now. So for OKC, because they just traded Paul George, you're probably going to see them try to trade Westbrook now, and also try to trade Steven Adams and Dennis Schroeder and a lot of their older guys. So expect them to move out their veterans and bring in some young talent. And OKC looks like they're hitting the reset button. So they're losers, obviously, but they're not drastic losers. The biggest losers in this move by Kawhi Leonard is the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers have been waiting for Kawhi Leonard's decision, so it goes all the way up to now. Kawhi Leonard has made his decision. The thing is that the Lakers were hoping to get a bunch of other free agents if they didn't get Kawhi Leonard. All those free agents that they wanted to get, though, are gone. J.J. Redick, Wayne Ellington, you look at those guys, the shooters, they're gone. They're already signed. Now, you just signed Danny Green to a 2-year, $30 million deal. That's great and all, but again, you don't have a point guard right now, so you know, Ricky Rubio, he's gone. I mean, your center position, like backup, is not looking too good. You don't have a bench at the moment, and you got Jared Dudley and Troy Daniels, 2 shooters who don't play defense. They have no depth. They don't have a bench. They don't have a point guard, and they don't have guys who can play defense besides Danny Green now, and obviously LeBron and AD. They have Kuzma, thank God, but if you're the Lakers, you just completely lost free agency right now because the fact that you waited on Kawhi Leonard's decision, and now he's going to the other LA team. All these other free agents that you wanted, like Taj Gibson, Wayne Ellington, J.J. Redick, Seth Curry, they're gone. They're already signed to other teams, so they can't go get them now. Not to mention the fact that they messed up the Reggie Bullock thing because they traded for Reggie Bullock. They had his bird rights. They could go over the cap to re-sign him, but they didn't re-sign him. So they even messed it up more. So the Lakers are obviously the humongous losers in this move by Kawhi Leonard. The other losers is obviously the Toronto Raptors because they just won a championship with him. He won Finals MVP. But obviously for the Raptors, you can't be upset with this move. He gave that country a championship. Be thankful for what Kawhi Leonard has done for that country and say goodbye to him peacefully and wish him nothing but the best. He wishes nothing but the best for your organization too. So for the Raptors though, they're not as big of a losers as the Lakers because while next season's probably going to suck because now Kawhi Leonard's gone, Pascal Siakam is a young player that looks really, really good. Probably potential future All-Star. And then after that, though, after this season, and I think maybe even in 2021, you have so much cap space because all these guys come off your books. Kyle Lowry, Marc Gasol, and Serge Ibaka with big contracts, they come off the books. So now, if you're the Raptors, you're in play for the big free agents come 2020 and I think 2021 also. So the Raptors are obviously big losers because they're not going to be competing for a championship this year, but don't be too discouraged because the future still looks good for the Raptors. Again, though, the Lakers, they're humongous losers because what could have been a super team, now it's LeBron and AD and a bunch of probably third-tier guys that they have to overpay to sign them. So they have $32 million. They just used about $15 million for Danny Green. Now they have to fill in the rest of the roster with third-tier guys. So expect Rajon Rondo to come back. Expect Lance Stevenson to come back. But then after that, though, old veterans on minimum deals, young players from the Summer League or G League, the Lakers don't have depth. So, in looking at that right now, the Nets, they're not going to have KD, right? The Lakers, they're not going to have depth, obviously. I'm looking at the Golden State Warriors. They're depleted because now KD's gone. Klay Thompson's out till March. The Los Angeles Clippers have just skyrocketed up to the very top of the West, in my opinion. Because the fact that they already have already a solid foundation, which is what the Lakers did not have. So now you bring in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, not just Kawhi Leonard, but Paul George also. And you have Doc Rivers as head coach. You got Jerry West in the front office, who whatever he touches turns into gold. And you got Steve Ballmer willing to empty out his pockets for the team to win championships. This Clippers team is set for years to come. Now, obviously, they gave up 7 first-round picks, but this is a team now that could win the championship the next 3 years. They could do it. Now, looking at the starting lineup for them, Bobby Marks has already put out their potential starting lineup, which is Beverly at point guard, and then Shamet at the shooting guard position, Leonard, George, and Montrezl Harrell. Already that, just looking at that lineup is scary enough. Not to mention you have Lou Williams coming off the bench with his 18 points per game. You can go out now and guys can be willing to come here because they don't have to face the drama like the Lakers have in the front office. They know who the head coach is. They know who the president of basketball operations is. They know Jerry West is up there. And they know Steve Ballmer is going to be willing to empty out his pockets. The Los Angeles Clippers are officially set. And now, who knows, that man right there could be holding that trophy again this next season. So again, looking at what now has turned on, Paul George has now has waived his 50% trade bonus, so that's going to help the Clippers a lot. The Clippers are now all of a sudden at the very top, and as you can see, these are all the picks that the Oklahoma City Thunder have got in return from the Clippers, and this is a major haul for OKC. So give credit to Jerry West. His plan was to get Kawhi Leonard. He not only brought in Kawhi Leonard, he also brought in Paul George. Kawhi Leonard officially has said that he trusts the Clippers management, the training staff, the idea, the foundation of the team. He trusts everyone up top, all of his players, his coaches. This is going to be fantastic for the Clippers. Now, it looks like them, obviously, Utah, the Nuggets, Lakers, they're already at the top of the West. So, this is my initial reaction to Kawhi Leonard and Paul George going to the Los Angeles Clippers. Make sure you leave a like on this video, and make sure you subscribe for more NBA content. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Duncan_White14 for more analysis on this amazing deal that the Clippers have done. This is the Slam Duncan channel. Make sure you subscribe for more NBA content.